Assalamu alaikum. My name is Aisha Atiq. I hope you all are fine. The topic of our today's discussion is nucleus. As we know, nucleus is a double membrane bounded organelle. It stores all the genetic information. It is also called the control center of the cell. As we know, the control center of our body is brain and the control center of the cell is nucleus. Now we discuss about the discovery of nucleus. The nucleus was discovered by Robert Brown first time in 1831. Next point is location of nucleus. Nucleus is located in animal and plant cells. In animal cells, the nucleus is present in the center of cell, while in plant cells, the nucleus is not present in center of the cell. In plants, it is present to the periphery because due to the formation of large vacuole, it pushes the nucleus to a side. Now we discuss about the shape of nucleus. The nucleus is irregular or spherical in shape. Number of nuclei. The number of their number is different in different cells like mononucleate, binucleate, multinucleate. Mono mean one, nucleate mean nucleus. The cell which have only one nucleus are called mononucleate. For example, in muscle cells and nerve cells only one nucleus is present. Next is binucleate. Bi means two, nucleate mean nucleus. The cell which have two nucleus are called binucleate. Multinucleate. Multi mean many, nucleate mean nucleus. The cell which have more than two nucleus are called multinucleates. Next point is parts of nucleus. The four major parts of nucleus. First is nuclear membrane, second is nucleus, nucleolus, and next is nucleoplasm, then chromosome. First of all, we discussed about nuclear membrane. Nucleus is surrounded by a nuclear membrane. Nuclear membrane separate the nuclear material from the cytoplasm. Nuclear membrane is also called nuclear envelope. Nuclear envelope consists of two membranes, outer membrane and inner membrane. Outer membrane is continuous with endoplasmic reticulum at certain points, not all, but at certain points. Now we discuss inner membrane. Inner membrane encloses the nuclear contact. Inner membrane contains certain pores or points. These pores are called nuclear pores. Through nuclear pores, the transfer of material from one cell to another cell takes place. The next point is nucleolus. The darkly stained body present in the nucleus is called nucleolus. Nucleolus is without any membrane bounded organelle. Nucleolus may be one or more in a nucleus. The major function of nucleolus is the synthesis of ribosomal RNA. The ribosomal RNA is synthesized inside the nucleus and are transported to the cytoplasm through nuclear pores. The process of photosynthesis takes place outside the nucleus as ribosomes are synthesized inside the nucleus, but protein is never synthesized inside the nucleus. It is transported to the outside of the nucleus and the process of protein completed outside of the nucleus. Next is nucleoplasm. Nucleoplasm is a soluble nuclear sap or we can say soluble fluid present inside the nucleus. It is called nucleoplasm. Now we discuss about the chromosomes. Chromosomes. The nucleus contains chromatin material. The chromatin material is darkly the chromatin material is converted into chromosomes during cell division. Chromatin is a loosely thread-like structure, but when cell divides at a time of cell division, the chromatin material condenses like a thread-like structure to form a structure which is known as chromosome. Now we discuss what is the structure of chromosome. Under compound microscope, the chromosome is made up of two arms and centromere. Now we discuss what is centromere. This region is a centromere. At this region, the spindle fibers are attached during the cell division. Now we discuss the composition of chromosomes. Chromosomes are composed of DNA and proteins. And next is role of chromosomes. All the informations are present in chromosomes. They are necessary to control the activities of cell. These informations are in the form of genes. The information stored in chromosome is in the form of genes. Gene is a small part of DNA which controls specific characters. Genes are transferred from one generation to another generation. It means that if genes are transferred, the genetic information that's stored in the form of genes are also transferred from one generation to another generation. So we can say that chromosomes are responsible for the transfer of genetic material from one cell to another, from one generation to another. At the last, we discussed about the number of chromosomes. All the individuals of same species have constant number of chromosomes. These chromosomes remain constant generation after that generation. The individual of same species have constant number of chromosomes. The number of chromosomes in an individual of same species never changes. Every individual have same number of chromosomes. For example, if we discuss about man, there are 46 chromosomes are present. In all men's, in all humans, they have 46 chromosomes. As frog cells has 26 chromosomes, fruit fly has 8 chromosomes, onion has 16 chromosomes, garden pea has 14 chromosomes. At last, we discuss about the functions of nucleus. Nucleus control the all activities of the cell. It controls the second important function of nucleus is it controls the transfer of hereditary characteristics from parents to offspring. The third is the third function of chromosome nucleus is it also directs the synthesis of protein. It only directs the synthesis of protein, not protein is synthesized in the nucleus. As we discussed previously, nucleus synthesized RNA, but the process of protein synthesis occurs out of the nucleus. It the three types of RNA, messenger RNA, transfer RNA, and ribosomal RNA are synthesized in the nucleus. These RNAs are involved in the synthesis of protein. This was all about the nucleus, its structure, its function, parts, everything. So, if you have any question, then please ask. Thanks.